Hi friends, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. Today we are just resetting. That means we're making some things that are our family's favorites, like our sourdough bagels. I have the recipe for this and all the instructions along the way in, I believe, our second episode. That is something that we make often, and we make 12, which is a double recipe. And we just keep them on the counter for the kids throughout the week. But like I said, today is a reset day. It is the new year, right?
New Year's Eve.
And we had so much fun over the Christmas holidays. We had a great time hosting family and friends, right? We had a big Christmas party, a gingerbread decorating party, and we had our family over on New Year's Eve, and we spent New Year's Day both at my side and Rob's side. We had a really, really great time with some really wonderful memories. Liliana's a little bit sad that we're putting everything away today, but that's okay. It'll come back out next year, well, I guess this year, when we're ready to celebrate that again. But she's also not ready to let go of her fanciness from the holiday season, so she dressed herself today in a pretty twirl dress and velvet bows. So she's still feeling the holiday vibe, right? Yeah, that's okay. You hang on to it as long as you want. So yeah, follow along with us today. We're just gonna bake up some of these sourdough bagels, get them in the oven, and we'll see what other things we find. Okay, so I will still link the recipe to these down below in case you want to go back, in case you don't want to go back to the second episode. But these are my sourdough bagels, and they are made New York style, which is boiled. They're phenomenal. And a favorite, right?
Yeah, I love these.
Yeah, and it's a really good way to get rid of some of your sourdough. Because we all know we have a lot of starter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the recipe for these real quick is 900 grams of flour, 440 grams of water, 24 grams of salt, 24 grams of sugar, and then you can do it by hand, and I have before, but I really like the way my KitchenAid mixer mixes it up with the dough hook. Works out really, really well. Creates really good gluten in there. One time I actually made a mistake and left the dough out on the counter instead of putting it in the refrigerator. And it was a very good mistake because I really liked the way the dough grew and came together a lot better than when I put it in the refrigerator. Funny thing is, so I tried that same method with my sourdough bread, and I like it a lot better that way too. I don't know, you tell me what you do, but sometimes we make a mistake and it turns out to be a really good mistake, right?
Yeah, it turns out like a really good mistake.
Yeah, it turns out to be a learning experience, and sometimes it's better than before. So that's a good thing. So this stayed out overnight on our counter, just with a cloth over it. And now we are ready to divide them up, shape them, and boil them, right?
Yeah.
Boil and then bake. So let's get to it. We'll peel our dough up.
It's kind of sticky.
It is. Just a little. All right. Now you can weigh it and divide it evenly, but I ain't got time for that. Plus we like ours to look a little rustic. Right, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay, so I just divide it into fours first. Like that. And then from there I'm going to divide into threes. That might not be quite equal, but we'll see. And it's okay, some of them can be daddy bagels and some of them can be Liliana bagels, right? Okay, so once you do that, you just kind of push those corners back in. Do your best. Get a little more round. And then stick your thumbs in the center to make that bagel hole. And shape it the best you can. Put it on the cookie sheet. It's okay, is it a little sticky?
Yeah.
That's all right. Come right here. There you go.
Can we do this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, not like that actually. You want to squish it to the center. Yeah, like that. And then with your thumbs, make a hole, and then shape the dough a little bit more around. Let's see. Take it all the way through, and then make the sides equal by pushing the corners in towards the center. Perfect. And you can kind of twist it around on your finger in the palm of your hand. And there we go. Yeah, push those corners in to make it a ball. Yeah, just like that. Then find the center. Stick your thumbs through. Push it around.
Like this? Oh, it's pretty round.
So, Lil, tell me, do you have any New Year's resolutions? That means like things you might, like goals you might have.
Like my favorite?
No. A goal is something that you're working towards. Maybe it's something you want to change about yourself, or maybe it's something you want to get better at.
I do want to get better at doing the splits.
Oh, that's a great one.
The side splits. I could do the middle.
Your dance teacher will be very proud of you.
I'm very, very close.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Do you like this?
I love it. That is the most perfect bagel I've ever seen. Don't you think so?
It's kind of a rat bagel.
What if Mommy wants to eat that one? Can I?
Sure.
Oh, thanks. How about you eat this one? Okay. Get these finished up.
It's kind of like...
Mm-hmm.
You know those good chips to be with?
Good job. Okay.
Now put it in the last.
I've got 11 and you've got number 12. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, let's squish this to the center. Now find your fingers through the hole. Good job. Okay. We have our boiling water. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey to the water. Just like that. The honey adds a little sweetness to the outer portion of the bagel as it boils. So we're going to add 3 to the pot at one time. Actually, we're going to do 4. There's room for 4. And then you just want to move them a little bit so that they don't stick to each other or the bottom. Give it a couple minutes. So then you'll see they start to float, which is a really good sign. So this was one of the signs that I would never get when I would refrigerate it overnight, the way the recipe calls for. When I leave it out on the counter, it seems like the sourdough is able to activate enough to create all that live culture and the air bubbles that it needs, which is what makes these float. So I'm a big fan of leaving it out on the counter instead of the refrigerator overnight. But then, so as these float, you just give them a little spin, flip them over to the other side, and cook up. Okay, so these are done. so I'm going to give you a really quick garden tour. Today is around 50 degrees, which for the Midwest in the wintertime is fantastic. So this is my main garden bed. My dad and Rob built this for me years ago, actually. And I grow a lot of my lettuce and stuff in this bed, but I am going to move it next year because I think it doesn't do as well when it gets hot. So I'm going to move it to a shadier spot. Don't mind our extra lumber. We're making some changes and building some new things. So here is where I trellised a lot of my tomatoes. This year I am going to get an arched trellis, and I'm really excited about that. And then Rob built me these 2 garden beds. So I have these 2 extra, and I really still want a couple more. So far he's throwing some of our used pumpkins that the chickens and ducks ate through. You can hear them. They're excited that I'm out here. And then back here, so we back up to a golf course. And we planted, I believe, 32 fruit trees all down this row, as you can see right here. So we have peach trees on the left. We have apple trees on the right. My friend is actually going to come over and show me how to prune them the correct way. I have watched a couple YouTube shows on how to do that, but she took some classes and hers are doing really well. She lives on the other side of the neighborhood from us, so I'm going to trust her. We have plums on this side, and I believe this is a cherry. More plums, a couple apples on the right, different varieties. And more apples on the left, different apples on the right. Oh, and we planted grapevines all up and down our fence here. So my hope is the grapes grow all over the fence and the vine kind of hides the fence completely. So that's the hope. And then I have some pear over here, which were amazing. A lot of the trees actually fruited this year, which I wasn't expecting at all, and their fruit tasted amazing. I don't even like pears, but from your own backyard, they're great. And then this is our blueberry patch. So, and then I'll quickly show you for photography purposes, I planted these Christmas trees, I call them. And I photograph clients in the middle. Rob strings up lights that go between it, and it looks like a Christmas tree farm. So that's a lot of fun. And soon I'll be able to shoot through these fruit trees. I can offer some really cool special sessions with that too. Then in the front of our house were my flower patches. And they're not much to look at right now, so I'll show you that another time. But this is our orchard. We're super proud of this. Rob, my brother, I guess I should say Rob and my brother were the ones who planted all of this by themselves. So, pretty neat. A lot of hard work. Hopefully it pays off in years to come. And then over here on the side of the house is my blackberry patch, and right over here was my pumpkin patch. So we have big plans for all of this for the spring. So excited to show you. but that'll have to wait for another time. Okay, they're perfect. Absolutely perfect. We want them to have a little browning on the top. Ooh, heavy. I need 2. Okay. Now look at that. Now I'm gonna make the kids a little bit of strawberry cream cheese, and this is gonna be fresh. I'm just using half a block of cream cheese. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's your preference, however much or however little you're going to eat. But I have some kids who like plain cream cheese and some who like flavored. So I'm gonna make a little bit of strawberry for the ones who like that. And I've just chopped up about 5 strawberries. I'm gonna add them to the bowl. And on low speed, I'm just mixing those together. And then I'm gonna use my beaters to just kind of mash them up a little bit. You can make this however sweet you want it to be. I'm not adding any sugar. The kids like the strawberries just the way it is, but you can most definitely add a little bit of sugar. You can even add a little bit of vanilla if you'd like to. Stevia works really well. So any of those are good choices. It's so pretty. This is perfect for our next upcoming holiday, which is Valentine's Day. So I'll have to definitely put this on the rotation for February too. So we're just gonna take our spatula, push it down, mix it up just a bit more. It's so pretty. This would be really fun to serve at a tea party or a mom's luncheon. Even Mother's Day. We have so many fun things to look forward to. Whenever Christmas is over and we're in that space of January, I don't traditionally love January, but it is a time to think about our goals and think about the things that we want to do in the spring and summer. So my wheels are turning and I am so excited for what we have planned for this channel and also for the garden. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. We've got some projects we're going to kick off really soon here, and I'm for sure going to video all of it for you guys. I'd love to hear your opinions too along the way. There's just so much to think about and to plan for. Put that aside, and we're going to put this in a little container. Perfection. Okay, the big moment. Here we are. We are going to let Liliana taste our fresh strawberry cream cheese. Now, the only thing that could make this better is if it was strawberries from our own garden, which I did plant some last year, and I'm sure they'll come up again this year. Okay, that's for you. Let me get mine. We'll taste test together. gonna leave mine open. Yours is gonna be a big, giant bite. Okay, ready? Cheers. I told you you'd like it. Isn't it good? That is just next level, my friends.
Tastes a lot like strawberries.
Well, thanks again, friends, for coming along with us on another episode of Sheena's Homestead. We made sourdough bagels. I showed you the garden. We talked a little bit about hopes and dreams for next year. I'm so excited. I am so excited, and I'm happy that you can come along with me. So it'll be a fun way to document our progress, our learning. Right, Lil?
Yep.
So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And
Don't forget about that bell.
that's Liliana's favorite part. Don't forget about that bell. And we'll see you next time on Sheena's Homestead. Bye.